because I look at one of the papers today, should be the Star. Front page speaks of the gubernatorial race and the matrix and the intrigues therein. Your face is there, the face of Anne Gakure, the face, is it Agnes or Anne? The face of the sitting governor, the face of Aladwa, the face of Moses Korea, and all that. First of all, before we begin the debate, would you want to register your interest, to the people? Ababado.
My sister,
right.
It seems you are behind the schedule.
Okay.
This is a matter that...
Update me.
It's a journey that we started a long time ago.
Okay.
And we are on the way. We are moving because we are nearing to an election. Mm-hmm. We are just 1.5 years to an election. Mm-hmm. And we have declared our interest for the gubernatorial seat in the city of Nairobi. Mm-hmm. This is where we belong. Okay. And that is how our constitution is and does interpret that whoever has a vision of a particular position, you throw yourself to the people, talk to the people, seek vote from the people, and if the majority of votes or you attain the threshold required, then you becomes to what you are looking for.
Right.
And democratically, this country cannot close anybody as much as you attain the compliances of that particular process. Therefore, I am a contender in this Nairobi gubernatorial race. And what I would like to say is, it is not anything new. We are now moving to fourth election of a governor in the whole Republic of Kenya, because we went for the new system in 2012, 2013. And in 2022, we were at our third election for this particular devolution. And we are moving to the fourth. And declaring to be an interest party does not lock anybody from being a competitor.
Right.
Anybody, according to the law, is allowed by the law to compete, and that's why it's higher the competition. And we leave it to a JICO of Nairobi to decide at the tail end who carries the mantle. Okay. And the mantle is carried by the majority.
Well, the majority, interesting. And you look at the faces that have at least declared their interest, no joke, the likes of Babu Owino, Agnes, as I have mentioned, Moses Kuria, Irungu Nyakera, George Aladwa, James Gakuya, the sitting governor. This is the heart of the nation. And therefore, we must all immerse ourselves in understanding the politics of Nairobi and just how best it goes, so that, the nation is run in the best way. It houses the national government. Wakili, what do you make of this race? And I'm just looking at the utterances of politicians recently.
It's a tragedy that would you like me to address about the Nairobi issue, or in terms of the persons you have?
Well, Nairobi largely first, and then of course the persons. We cannot run away from that.
It's for me, the tragedy is, and this has nothing to do, with a personal reference to him as a person, but over time, other than the declaration of someone that I have an interest in this or that gubernatorial position, other than that declaration, we never get to hear what this person stands for in terms of national values, aspirations, moral values, religious values, or even societal values. Other than that, other than them saying, and then we will hear after they have probably been nominated by their political party, we never get to know their ideological leanings way before, so that then we can say, well, among that array of people that have offered themselves, I think their ideological stance taken by so-and-so appeals to me, or it would take us farther as a people. Well, we have our people who are propped up by their political parties as the best candidate. Look at the failure in Nairobi, for instance. Look at the total absolute neglect. The Urban Areas and Cities Act places the management of Nairobi City County and any other city in the hands of a county manager. We do not have that. And yet, this particular governor wants to go on usurping that role. And so this array of people, I would like to question them. Okay, what do you make of, for instance, the poor people in Nairobi? How do you intend to deal with them over your space of tenure? Or how do you intend to raise revenue and expend that revenue? When we have our people saying that, I'm interested in this gubernatorial position, so what? Excuse me, you're going to entrench, and that's what I see, nothing personal to him. You're going to entrench the cartels that have been there. The current governor has said, for instance, they've been unable to fight the garbage collectors, cartels. And so what do they end up doing? Working with them. They don't uproot that vice, the cancer that eats up the Nairobi people. And you look at the cultural expressions of a county, for instance, Nairobi City County, it is tasteless. We do not have any art, no culture, no music festivals, no recreation centers, no places for the Kenyan people to feel the space of being Nairobians at all.
You think Sakaja has not done that? I think the first time of his term, there was a lot of activity, cultural activity that he set up in Nairobi. But anyway, of course, perhaps it should be a continuous thing. And most of the times, most of these leaders are not able to sustain some of the things or the programs that they bring on board. But what goes first, Wakili, just to come to you?
Let me finish with that one statement. Then I'll give it the floor. Yeah. Okay, what will these people offer us as, Nairobi residents? What will they offer us? What do they have that is so unique, that is going to elevate the average Nairobi resident? And how will they then live up to that expectation?
And that would be my question to Wakili here.
How do we get to know until that time they say that, okay, I'm on the ballot paper.
Okay.
I hate that. I don't want it. I want to know exactly what you stand for so that you don't tell me I'm judging you as against a blueprint which does not exist, or I'm inventing myself. I want to judge you based on what exactly that you told me that you're going to do and how you're delivering.
What goes first, Wakili? The declaration that you are interested, or you first of all come with your manifesto and tell us the plans, and then you say, I am interested. And to be fair to these persons that have declared their interest, is that most of the times they talk about the things that they want to address in Nairobi, perhaps not articulate an entire manifesto that comes later. But many a times they would tell you, even in the simplest form of a slogan, that this is what we intend for Nairobi.
Yeah, Linda, we can start blaming those people. They have declared their interest. I don't want to blame them. I listened to Honorable Gakuya. He said that his candidature is a matter of public knowledge, but I didn't hear him speak about what the issues, Nairobi issues are. I would want to listen to those people and hear what they are talking about, the issues in Nairobi. My point is that we need to stand down the politicians for the time being, who wants to be what in Nairobi, and ask ourselves as those living in Nairobi, that what does Nairobi need? What is our problem? And then what does Nairobi need? Then once we are clear about what Nairobi needs, then we can then discuss what is the character and the ability of the person that we need. Because if we allow ourselves to start discussing names now, we are actually popularizing them at the expense, probably, of the kind of person we need who has not declared interest, okay? So in my view, Nairobi is a complex, cosmopolitan center that needs a manager with not only the skill, but the experience to manage, the various facets of Nairobi, the industries, the neighborhoods, the traffic, the technology, and so on and so forth. So